Hey guys, it's Alyssa. So I just wanted to make this video. It's been a little bit that I was thinking about it, so let me just get to it. So when I first got the idea to do Raw Recovery Talk, I had one thought about it. You know, I was like, oh, I want to do something. I want to hear people's stories and be able to give their stories out, and I just wasn't 100% sure like where it was going to go from there. Let me try and give you guys my mindset of what I was thinking then. I was actually on my way home from work. I had gotten into, I'm not gonna say an argument, I got into it with somebody at work because they were questioning me. They were like, you know, who's this girl? I'm newer at my job, and then I was newer, much newer. So she was like, you know, what does she know, and all this stuff, whatever. So my supervisor, who's great, she's really great, she definitely built me up. She was like, oh, she's been doing this for a while, she knows what she's doing, and you know, she's a substance abuse counselor. She's been a substance abuse counselor, so you know, she knows what's best and whatever. And so I just kept on thinking about it. I'm like, this woman, she doesn't even know me, and she's questioning me and all this stuff. And I just kind of was like, I don't know. It didn't sit well with me. I mean, now I speak to the woman now. She apologized to me. She was like, oh, I was really in a bad place that day, and you know, I shouldn't have said what I said to you or whatever. So like, I like her. She's nice. She was just going through it, but I don't know, it was like something about it that made me question myself. I was like, oh my god, who am I? You know, what do I know? What do I do? And yeah, people have that every so often. I have it, you know, I really do. I have it. I'm like, oh my god, like, what do I know? What do I know? Like, there are other times where I'm like, I'm a genius. I'm the smartest. But sometimes I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, what am I gonna do with my life? I don't know. So it was like on the way home, I was like, I need to figure something out. I need to, you know, make my life worth it. I have to, you know, all my education, because I have years of education. I have a double bachelor's, I have a master's, I'm getting a PhD, and I kind of feel like there's not really much that I have that shows proof of that. And on top of that, you know, I have my 5 years clean. So it was like racking my brain. I was like, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna be known, you know, people are gonna be like, oh, she did this and she did that. And I had my phone on shuffle, and I had my Apple Music on, and the song, Macklemore's song, Other Side, came on, and I love that song. I love Macklemore. And so the song came on, and it was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I was like, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, I'm gonna share people's stories, I'm gonna share my own story, but like, I don't want, like, I was like, nobody wants to hear my story. Like, I felt like my story was super boring. So I was like, I'm gonna find other people, I'm gonna share their stories, and hopefully I'll be able to give information. Even though the woman that I had the issue with at work or whatever, she is a substance abuse counselor, or she's like a mental health counselor, but she focuses on substance abuse. So she knows what it's like to be a substance abuse counselor. But I just kind of felt like always, that's the thing that people, they would always be like, oh, well, Alyssa's just a substance abuse counselor, it's no big deal. And I felt like people didn't take me seriously enough. So that was like the ambition, or like the ammunition behind it. I was like, I'm gonna show them pretty much that I know what I'm talking about. I know from not only my schooling, but from my experience. And I said, so I'm gonna hope that my education, as well as my experience, and other people's education and their experience, and people are gonna have to listen. Like, they're gonna have no choice but to listen, because if people are saying things over and over again, like, you can't just act like it's no big deal, you know. Hearing it once, you're like, who cares? But if it just continues and it's in your face and it's obnoxious about it, you have no choice. So that's kind of like where the idea came from, and it was like almost immediate. I was like, okay, like, I reached out to a few people I know. I'm like, I have this idea, would you be willing to share? Which people said yes, and I get it, they have their lives or whatever. So pretty much the channel has been me. Sorry if it's boring, but I spoke to my boyfriend about it, and I was like, so I have this idea. And he was like, all right, let me hear it. And I told him, and he was like, I knew you were going to want to share your story. He was like, that's what you do. Like, you talk, you know? And like, my talking has gotten me into so much trouble in the past. Like, I don't think, you know, like I feel something and I feel like I have to get it out. I'm like, I'm so this and I can't believe that and why and blah, blah, blah. And, I always thought that it would make me a good therapist. And, not to say that I was a bad therapist. I don't think I was a bad therapist. I think that I was very invested in some of my cases, which was not the best thing, but talking does not make me a good therapist. It was the listening and being able to put myself in other people's shoes that made me a good therapist. But the talking part just came naturally to me. You know, still to this day, I just feel like as long as you're willing to listen, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. Probably sometimes too much. People are just like, okay, like you're thinking too much, you're talking too much. And I'm like, never. I'm never talking too much, but sometimes it is talking too much. But then I came up with the idea for raw recovery. So I actually spoke to somebody. I was like, you know, I feel like raw is just not the right word. And he told me, he was like, no, Alyssa. He was like, raw is the right word. He was like, recovery is raw. Using is raw. Like, people need to hear what it's like. They need to know that they're not the only person who's gone through it. And I was like, all right, that's it. So dead set on it. Raw Recovery Talk. Made the Instagram, and then it took me forever to make my first video. I don't even know. I like pumped myself up. I was like, it's okay. Just do it. It's going to get easier. You just got to talk into the video. It was weird at first. Now, I could do a video every day. I'm trying not to, because I'm feeling like you guys are just going to be like, okay, nobody wants to hear what you have to say every single day. But anyway, I say all of that to say, so Raw Recovery Talk, it's taken on a whole new meaning. You know, like I did it because I felt like it needed to be done at the time. And I'm so happy that I did it, because now what I've realized is that talking has helped me heal. And it's helped me help other people heal, right? That's why I became a therapist, so I can hear them, so they can share their story, and that person on the other end can say like, I understand you, and I hear what you're saying, and it's valid, and you know, it's important. And that is now kind of what I see Raw Recovery Talk as. Like, I see it as talking so that you're not alone, talking so that you feel validated, and talking so that the truth gets out there and that the stigma is not there anymore. Like, I'm reaching out to people little by little that are following me, and that I see they're sharing their own story on Instagram or if they have a blog or a vlog, or if they have YouTube, and I'm asking for them to do a video for me. Just because I feel like if I can get people who have the same values and the same thoughts as me, that it'll be a little bit easier for me to get my idea out there. But to me now, Raw Recovery Talk is being able to talk so that we don't have to continue to struggle, so that people can understand, like, you're not in this alone. And I was thinking about making like t-shirts, or making I don't know, probably just starting with t-shirts. I'm not really sure, because like the thing is, like, my mind was not like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff coming out of it. Like, ultimately I was like, I'm gonna do this because I want for people to get their story out, so people can hear it, and so that they could feel comfortable, you know, sharing their story. Because to me, that's the biggest thing. Being able to share your story, getting your truth out, it makes you feel so much better. But I just kind of feel like it's difficult. Like, I'm very grateful, because I have a lot of followers, and a lot of people are really there. Even if they're not giving me their story, like, I'm able to talk to people from different places and hear their story, and I love that. You know, I really do love it. But to be able to reach out to people who aren't educated, people who don't understand, or people who are struggling and then are silent in their struggle, I feel like I have to do other things. So I was thinking about making t-shirts that say, I talk for, and then whoever it is you talk for. Like, for me, I talk for my freedom, and I talk for everyone else out there. I talk for equality, and I talk so that the stigma will end. But there are certain people who talk for their siblings, certain people who talk for their parents, or people who talk for themselves. They need to feel heard. So I'm not 100% sure if that's what I want to do. I think so, but I would really love your guys' feedback to see if this was something that you would be willing to participate in getting a shirt if I was to do it. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. What I am sure of is that I want to hear from you guys. I want to continue to get the support and the love that I'm getting. It's amazing. You know, like I live for finding quotes where I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to put this quote up. People are they're gonna feel it, you know? And when people say they feel, I'm like, I feel so good. I feel so much love, so much warmth in my heart. I'm just like, this is amazing, because there's so many days where I felt like nobody will understand what it is that I'm going through. Nobody knows, you know? You feel like you're so alone in this world. Even this morning, I was just like so flustered. I was like, today's gonna be the worst day. And I went on and I posted a quote, and then I was going through my feed and I saw this other quote, and I had to repost it because I was like, this is exactly what I'm feeling right now. And then it like dawned on me. I was like, a million other people are feeling it too. Like in that exact moment. And it just feels like, now, I'm not going to say it feels better, because it doesn't feel good to feel bad, but it feels like it's going to pass. And it did. It passed. It's 6:30 and I feel good. I feel good. Good enough that I'm here sharing this with you guys. So again, I ask that you send me your videos, please. Send me anything. If you want to send me a blog, if you want to send me something typed up in your notes, I don't care. I will share anything. I will literally share anything to be able to put your name out there so that other people can go check out your YouTube, check out your blog, check out your Facebook, Instagram, anything at all. You can find me at RawRecoveryTalk@gmail.com, on YouTube at RawRecoveryTalk, and on Instagram at RawRecoveryTalk. Thank you guys.